morning. Mm. 176 over 80. Over 82, excuse me.
I'm Adrian, and today on the
Jump the gun. I'm just doing my yoga. I'm doing my blood pressure and my yoga with meditation and blood pressure afterwards. Now, if you're around after I get done with that part, I'll be more into a conversation. But right now, honestly, it's this system that make me get myself moving. I also do what my doctor asks. I do them on 2 different machines each time. Start out of curiosity. Now I'm just trying to keep track of them to ask a question of my physician. Era 3. That should be an error, shouldn't it? Yep. Good morning. If you've been here, I do my blood pressure on 2 different machines at this nearest to the same time. Just trying to get as close to a thing about my blood pressure from both machines. So far, the difference is a tablet. But like I said, I'll keep track of them. Show it to my doctor when I see him on the 22nd and let him come up with an explanation. Because sometimes the difference in machines is a tablet. This one says I'm at 165 over 95. And the other one had just told me I was 176 over 82. Hmm. 96, 95. How do I get 19? I'll be dead. Okay. Now I usually do Adrian Moses' calendar. Today she gave me 2 different exercises, and we were just told that the smoke from the Canadian fires are thick. So I'm gonna do foundation yoga today. It's short. It'll get me to make some better stands and forms, but it's not that rigorous because not sure if I want to sit there and you could even smell the wood smoke. It could be because I'm from an area that I grew up in the woods, but you could smell the fire. But okay, let's get some yoga done.
The Foundations of Yoga series. Hey everyone, welcome to Yoga with Adriene. I am Adriene, and today on the Foundations of Yoga series, we are going to learn triangle pose, or Trikonasana, as they call it in the Sanskrit language. Triangle pose is awesome. You're more than likely going to encounter it in a Hatha yoga class. It's a very popular posture and great for beginners. But also a pose that keeps you coming back from it. There's a lot going on there, and we're going to break it down today. So hop on the mat and let's learn triangle. Alright, so to begin, we're going to step the feet nice and wide. And we're also going to reach the arms nice and wide. And we're going to use the wrist to ankle connection here, just kind of gauge how wide we step the feet. Okay, obviously everyone's different. Everybody's body is proportioned differently. But in general, this is a nice little check-in, little cheat to just kind of bring the ankles underneath the wrists and go from there. Okay, so I'm going to spread my fingertips wide. I'm going to lift my heart. The elbow's going to tuck in and lengthen down, so I'm nice and long in the spine here. I'm going to draw energy up from the arches of my feet and maybe turn the toes in just slightly so I can feel this nice connection, this drawing energy up from the earth. Remember, we build our yoga poses from the ground up. So a lot of what we talk about in this series, in the foundational series, is building from a good foundation from the ground up. Okay, so I'm going to rotate my arms up, palms up towards the sky, just so that my shoulders can draw down here. Shoulder blades in together and down. Just kind of opening up the armpit chest here. Taking a nice deep breath in, and then exhale. Keep this nice and open, my friends, as we turn the palms face down. Okay, now time for Trikonasana. I'm going to turn the right toes all the way out 90 degrees. Right toes go all the way towards the front edge of the mat. Left toes are going to turn in about 45 degrees or maybe towards the front left corner of your mat. So right toes point straight forward, left toes turn in just slightly. Now, really important thing here is I want my hip to kind of move with my foot. I don't want anything to be disconnected, right? Integration from the ground up. So I'm still able to rotate the hip but draw energy up from the arch of the foot. Now, head over heart, heart over pelvis here. I'm going to inhale in, take a deep breath. And then exhale, let it out. Moving nice and slow here. I'm going to begin to send my left hip towards the back of the mat as I reach my right fingertips forward. Now I'm bending here at the hip crease, sending my left hip and big cheek back towards the back of the mat, keeping the heart lifted. And I want to keep the side body nice and long here. The tendency is going to be to collapse as I move down. But I want to keep this brightness, this beautiful foundation that I've built here, kind of like we're soaring or flying here. As I begin to slowly lean into the posture, I'm going to reach, keeping nice and long the side body, and then eventually eventually keeping a nice long line from the crown of the head to the tip of the tailbone, I'll come into my posture. Now, again, the tendency is to collapse in the right side body, so keep it nice and long here. Now, I should have grabbed a block. I can bring a block here, or I can just bring my fingertips gently to the top of the shin. The tendencies are going to want to be collapsed, to go down. Again, send all that weight in that right hand. We want to bring it into the core, so I'm going to keep it nice and steady. Now, this is a little bit of hard work here, or a lot of hard work, rather. But if I'm just collapsing into my side body and my arm, then I'm not really getting the benefits of the posture. Now, I'm going to take my left hand here, and I'm going to slowly guide, power of touch here, guide my ribcage open here. Finding an evenness in the lower body and the upper body. Now, depending on how you feel in the neck here, we can look down, we can look straight forward, or if it feels like you have space, it feels comfortable, then we can slowly look up, spiraling the heart up towards the sky. Take a deep breath in and exhale out. When you're ready, press into the front, ball joint of the big toe, press into the back foot, strong legs as we slowly come back up the way we came. Take a deep breath in and exhale, hands to the waist. Now, to the other side. Right toes are going to turn in, left toes turn out. Lengthening down through the tailbone, tucking the pelvis a little bit here. Finding that length here, as if if you're not too sweaty here, you can take your thumbs and give yourself a little lift. This is a nice little adjustment here, just to find that lift in the side body. Find that space. And here we go. I'll inhale, send my fingertips out like wings. Strong legs here. My front heel is in line with my back arch. Some people practice heel to heel, which I think is great too, a nice wide base. But also as a little guide, I go heel to inner arch. Okay, so you can play with that. Heel to heel or heel to inner arch in the feet. Spreading awareness through all four corners of the feet. Open the palms. Rotate the shoulders down. Deep breath. Exhale, keeping the shoulders where they are. Palms come flat. And I dive in for another experience. Reaching now the left fingertips forward. Keeping this length in the left side body, I send my right hip out. Nice and slow here. In kids yoga, we do I'm a little teapot here. It's very precious. Taking your time. A lot of times I just kind of collapse into this posture. So here, really reach. Kate Winslet in Titanic here. And then sending it down. Honoring the crown of the head and the tip of the tailbone connection here. Again, I'm not collapsing in the left side body, but keeping it nice and long. So what that may mean is you don't go down as far right away. Now I'm working the core here. I'm going to take my right hand, slowly guide the rib cage. Again, not collapsing weight into the left fingertips here, but keeping it in my center. Pressing into my feet here, strong legs. It's really hard. Evenness between the upper body and the lower body. Again, we can take the gaze down if that feels more comfortable in the neck. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Nice, long, beautiful neck. If you can't really stand it here at this moment, you can take a block and have it right here on the ground for a little bit of support. Just bringing that right up to you a little bit. And then exhale, strong legs here, soft on the fingertips. You take a deep breath in and exhale, hands to the legs. Turn both toes in, soften the knees. And then hop it back to center. Just do it. Don't even think about it. Just do it. Okie doke. So that was triangle pose or Trikonasana. This pose is not easy at first. So go easy on yourself. Give yourself a break. If that was challenging for you, then right on. Great for the legs, great for the core, great for the back. A lot of benefits to this posture, which I'll write about on the blog. Visit the website if you haven't visited the blog. Visit the website, check it out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And sign up for the newsletter if that interests you.
Okay. this time I think I'm going to sit in a chair.
Hello, friends near and far, and welcome to Yoga with Adriene. I'm Adriene. Today.
If you got to do it, do it.
Today we have a special meditation. This is a very simple practice. You don't need anything but an open mind and an open heart. You don't even need a lot of time. We're going to take a moment to go inward, to connect with what matters most. We're going to use the breath to soothe your soul, find that inner calm, and of course, to find what feels good. Let's balance it out, hop into something comfy, and let's get started. All right, my sweet friends, let's begin in a nice, comfortable seat, Sukhasana with the legs crossed. Try to sit up nice and tall, best you can. We're just going to drop right in. So whatever you have going on today, whatever happened before this moment, whatever is going to happen after this, allow me to dissolve in.
That's an interesting one.
For this very short time we have together, into the breath and all we have chill, going inward, just seeing what that will do for us for the rest of our day. I invite you to close the eyes and quietly repeat this mantra to yourself. I choose to let go. I choose to let go. Sit up nice and tall, and one more time, repeat this mantra quietly to yourself. I choose to let go. And start to listen to the sound of your breath. And start to relax the shoulders down. Begin to imagine space in between each vertebra. And so the quality of energy that runs up and down the spine slowly starts to change, even if just a little bit. And continue to notice the sound of your breath. With the eyes closed, we just check out what's going on inside. Notice where you might be holding or gripping in the shoulders. Maybe just let them drape down the back body. Maybe you're gripping in the toes or the fingers. Maybe you soften. Maybe you're leaning a little forward and you could stand to tuck the chin and just lean back. And after you've taken a moment to notice what's going on physically, you just take a moment to just very gently notice what's going on emotionally in the present moment. And this is really a way of just honoring and recognizing the different kinds of intelligence of the body. And please begin to notice an audible breath. So this can be Ujjayi breath, or just a breath you can hear that you can really listen to. with the eyes closed, continue to listen to the sound of your breath. And see if you can connect the moment that the inhalation and the exhalation join together. So a great image is that of like an ocean wave. Yes. So the wave rises and it crests and it falls. And so we're just going to be here with this ocean breath for a couple beats. Practice just really being present with what is still in the body, welcoming that inner calm and your natural state of peace that does exist within. So we're giving ourselves this opportunity to practice doing absolutely nothing. When your mind starts to wander, you have the option of returning back to that ocean sound, that ocean breath, finding that connection of the inhale and the exhalation. You also now have the mantra that you can repeat quietly to yourself. I choose to let go. Continue to sit up nice and tall through the spine. And if you find that it might be slightly valuable, you can tap into a little inner smile here as you continue to breathe. When you feel like you have a bit of a groove, make sure you're not gripping or holding. We'll continue to sit with ourselves with the support of one another and all the people practicing this meditation, this video, for 2 minutes. Very deep breath in and breath out. One more minute. Continue. Don't decide where it ends, just as you do with your asana. Really lean into the breath practice, the pranayama here. Let it guide you in eyelashes open, and draw your hands to your heart. Squeeze the shoulders up to the ears, sit up as tall as you can, lift your heart, and then exhale, just allow the shoulders again to drape down the back body. Nice work, my friends. Awesome work. Return to this video anytime you need a little chill, a little calm, a little rescue remedy back inside, right? We just proved that we could kind of change the chemical makeup of our body. You may not feel 100% better based on how you felt, but hopefully you feel a little bit calmer, a little more connected to what matters most, right? Thank you so much for sharing your time, your energy. Share this video with your friends so that we can all continue to explore this idea of self-transformation and self-love so that then we can share that with the world. Thanks again. Take good care. Namaste.
Oh, excuse me. I agree with you. And it's not as easy to get as I once thought. You know, get in that peaceful state of mind. A little caramel. Oh, thank you. I never had a 1K before either. Thanks. Oh, okay. Let's do the part that. Okay, blood pressure. Yeah. Come on, cooperate. Thanks for joining me, seriously. I do appreciate the company. I'm trying to get back into reading. Somehow, with retirement, well, the last 2 years of work, I read more for work than anything else. I haven't read for the joy of it. But what do you like to see? What do you like to read? Interesting. I just went through reading some poses and things, and my blood pressure is 178 over 82. You know, we did the meditation and the form, and it was 176 over 82 when I started. Now let's see if we get the same results from the other one, or close. Yeah, fiction and fantasy kept me. Hell, man. When I started reading comic books, I went from comic books to not graphic, to our version of graphic novels back in the, back in the 60s. And I read every decent novel from that point, any decent fiction I could find from that point on. And it still works. I worked in special ed for 20 years, and I had fantasy books on my desk for the kids who didn't want to read the crap they suggested. But fantasy still have a nice way of relating. What are you reading today? Now, folks, I've never did a live with people before, so you must pardon me if I don't jump into them, because I'm not sure on what the hell to do. Error 3. But what are you reading now? Teaching or learning? I'm reading Bound for Home. Okay. Well, summer school's a time to pay quick attention and get that stuff that you didn't quite catch. It worked for a kid that didn't pay attention in class, and it worked for a teacher who taught kids who didn't pay attention in class. But in summer school, it's easier to do because everybody messed up. And you ain't sitting with the smart kid who did everything right. Okay, this one is 123/88. So it went down from when we did it before. It was 165/95. Thanks for listening. If you take what you could use and give it to somebody else with the rest. But you have a good one and enjoy your class today. Hope to catch you again, my friend. Okay. Thanks. I appreciate our conversation. Now you get to class, and I'm gonna go get me a cup of coffee and sit on my porch for a little while.
You finished?
Yep.
Or you